What is up, fellow vibe coders? Today, I plan on doing something super special, and it's basically walking you through how to do anything for free. There is a step-by-step process that I'm going to show you that's basically a cheat code. It's a cheat code to all things online and tech and open source. So I actually wrote myself a list. This is my cheat code here. I don't know if you can see it. If you have high def on, if this video comes out in high def, I'll let you know. Basically, I'll scan this, I'll turn it into a text document, and I will share it with you. But it's a 7-step process that basically lets you do anything for free using open source tools and Python, specifically Anaconda environments. So if you're in Windows, this is for you. Okay. There might be other ways, more easier, better ways to do this on Mac. But as far as ease of use in a terminal, in a command prompt, and being able to um, keep all things separate without, dependency issues or library conflicts. We're going to set up our own environments in Anaconda, and this you can follow these steps for literally anything you want to do free. In this case, you can see I have zip codes in Ohio pulled up, and it's like, okay, they range from 43001 to 45999, but I know from personal experience 43003 might not be a zip code. They might skip 3, 4, 5, and 6. And if you need zip codes, if you need information, um, you're probably gonna have to pay for it. So like if I go to list of all zip codes here on this link, I can't just like copy and paste this. I could. Is this gonna give me all of them? Most popular zip code searches in Ohio. So 45899, 45. Okay, so it actually did. It gave me all of the zip codes. However, if I go to, let's say, instead of Ohio, I do Michigan. Okay, it gives me the same info. Um, let's see. And if I go to like Zip Atlas, sure. This is giving me a bunch of chunks, right? This is giving me a bunch of chunks, and I'd have to download each of these. And when you hit download data, look at this, $80, $250 for the business edition, $500 for the premium edition. Okay, so this has like tables, columns, um, price. This is one state. Includes census 2020, lifetime updates. Okay, this is something I can build right now in less than 20 minutes. You don't believe me? Let's get all of these zip codes for free using Python. And all I'm going to do is ask my LLM. Okay. So I'm going to follow my sheet here. First, generate a prompt using Grok, GPT, Claude, and be specific. Right? So I'm going to use my voice-activated text-to-speech here. Speech to text, rather. Help me develop a prompt for creating an Anaconda environment called zip codes, where I can install a library and gather zip codes from all 50 states, state by state if I want, or all 50 states. So when I run the Python file, I want the file to ask me which state, or if I want to run all 50 states. And then I want the information, all of the zip codes, to go to a CSV file or an Excel file. Okay, so notice I said, help me develop a prompt for creating, right? And I just gave it the specific information. Um, I could say things like, I'm on Windows, and anything else I think is pertinent. So I'm going to hit go on this. So I'm using Grok Expert right now. It gives us a Conda create zip codes environment. So the name is zip codes, and it's giving it Python 3.1. We activate the environment. We install the dependencies, which is pandas, US zip code, and openpyxl. Okay, it explains that. Create the Python script. Here's the Python script. Run the script. Python get underscore zip codes.py. So this is really straightforward. I'm going to open up an Anaconda prompt here, and I'm in my base environment, right? So let's create a zip codes Python here. Let me exit this out so I have both of these open here. I can kind of work with both of them. First, we're going to create the environment. And obviously, if it's waiting, it's thinking. Okay. So we've just created that environment. So let's activate it, conda activate zip codes. So instead of base, it's going to bring us to zip codes here. And then we're going to install the dependencies. So pip install uszipcode, pandas, and openpyxl. So we're collecting those packages. We're going to run through that. And then we're going to, while this is going, we're going to create our Python script. Okay. So I'm going to open my Notepad++, get a new thing going here, paste in this Python script, and I'm going to save it. I'm going to do it in my desktop here and call it zip code. Does it tell me what to name it? Yeah, give me a second before I save. It's probably going to tell me to save this as a specific, okay, get zip codes py. Just so that everything works and I don't have to rewrite any lines of code. So get zip codes py. We're going to find Python here. Python file, save it. Now our syntax is in different grouped in colors, which is really helpful if you're an actual coder. That's why I like Notepad++. There we go. So now this is all installed, and I'm going to do that command, which is Python is the command, run is inferred, get _ zip codes py, which is in my desktop. So let's see if this can find it. Okay, it's saying no file or directory. And the reason why, I'll tell you, is because we have not CD'd to the desktop. So you have to learn your CDs, your common directories, desktop, oops, OP. Now I'm in desktop. I can hit the up arrow, which is my last command, cd, Python. Oh, it didn't find it. Well, excuse me. Let me make sure get zip codes is on my desktop here. File, save as. Okay, Python file. Oh, I put it in some random file here. So let's go to desktop and resave it. Okay, now it's on my desktop. And now if I do Python get zip codes py, it should run. Okay, so we got an error here, which is an extended base has no attribute. I'm going to throw that into Grok, see what it has to say. My guess is we're going to go away from USP zip codes, and we're going to use just a different library. That's my guess. Yeah, instead of US zip codes, we might just use zip codes or format things a little differently. So this issue is common, seen in places like Streamlit, Discuss, and Kaggle notebooks. And it's searching GitHub for me. So the issue is still open, which means nobody has solved this issue so far as SQLAlchemy mate has no attribute extended base, and it's a very common problem. So it's basically reassuring me, like, there's nothing completely wrong with this Python code, but there is a known issue, and it's digging into that right now. Whatever it is. And notice if I highlight this, this tells me where it's defining the variable state input every time. Basically, the rest it would just give you the CSV, right? I'm pretty sure it's a CSV. Yeah, CSV or XLS. So it actually asks you. It says, do you want a CSV or an XLSX or an Excel file? So do you want comma separated values or do you want Excel? So that's pretty cool. I did add that in the prompt, so it's good to see that in the output. So it's saying the error you encountered, blah, blah, blah. Let's just follow these steps. Pip install SQLAlchemy mate 2, version 2. Okay, we'll install that. Python, and then test the rerun. So it's basically saying that SQLAlchemy, that package, once I download that, it should work. So let's try it. Okay, downloaded. Now enter a state abbreviation, CA or all for all 50 states. So let's do MI for Michigan, enter, save as CSV or XLSX, CSV, hit enter. Okay, saved to zip codes underscore MI, so it appended the mi.csv. Where is that? It's probably going to be on my desktop. Yep, here it is. So zipcodes.mi, and I actually don't have Excel, but I have an Excel viewer. So I'm going to get that here. Open this. Sorry, I'm just closing this ad here. Can I bring it up? Computer's running slow. And here we go. I've just created a Python script that grabs zip codes from a public library and puts them in a sheet. So I have the state, the city, and the county for the zip code. Okay, and this is handy for a lot of different people that need this information and aren't sure exactly how to get it from online for free. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did not, leave a comment. If you did, leave a comment. And if you got to the end of the video, I'm more than thankful. I am grateful. Until next time.